So this is an old Emma the A-hole thread, but it was sent to me, and I think it's appropriate for us to have a discussion about this. She says, Emma the a-hole for refusing any sort of intimacy when sick. And I want us women to have this discussion because we need to know and understand that no is a perfectly fine answer. And you have got to understand that consent should be active and excitable. You should be given an active yes. And if your partner doesn't understand that the difference between an active yes and just okay, get it over with, then he should not be your partner. So let's get to the post. Am I the a-hole for refusing any sort of intimacy when sick? My boyfriend seems to be on edge whenever I get sick. When I'm sick, I'm bedridden and prefer to do absolutely nothing so that I can have my body to heal. He gets upset because I don't have the energy to show any sort of intimacy and gets upset when I can't do my usual chores, such as washing my dishes right away. I know I'll get to it eventually, just not right now, as I feel like absolute shit. We had a little disagreement over this while I was coughing my lungs out. When he's sick and I'm feeling better, I pick up after him with no complaints. He also gets upset when I don't give any sort of actual intimacy when I'm sick, and it's honestly bugging me where I don't even want to offer anything at all. I initiated once while he was sick in the past, only because I didn't want to upset or trigger him. Then he used this as an argument, saying that he was happy to oblige, although he was sick. This topic has come up multiple times, and I'm almost done. Am I the a-hole, or am I dealing with a man-child narc? Why would you want to be with somebody? Why would you want to be with somebody who doesn't give an F if you are sick or not? This person should want you to get better, should be bringing you some soup, should be caring for you, yet he is trying to get his rocks off and wants you to do some chores. This is a terrible person. Not even just that he's terrible, but that he's sulking about it. And ladies, if you are in this situation and somebody doesn't even want you to heal and you're just the girlfriend, imagine if you had this person's baby and your body is healing after childbirth or going through some things, you're sleep deprived and you just need to still just give it up. He doesn't think of you any more than he would think of a toy, of a robot. That's basically all you are to him. A bangmaid that's just supposed to perform. And in this case, you're a girlfriend appliance. You're not a wife appliance, and you're not connected to him legally. So walk away. All right, so let's look at some of the comments. X Riot says, I hate telling people to break it off because it is usually immature and more of a last resort. But by how you are wording this, girl, walk away. A good man buys you food and cleans the house when you're not okay. Find yourself that man. Aggravating Pipe says, not the a-hole. Not only is intimacy when sick gross, but also an easy way for the other person to get sick too because of all the bodily fluids involved. What you're describing with his actions related to intimacy are a red flag, though. He gets upset you don't put out every time he demands it, and he tries to guilt you into agreeing because you did it once because you didn't want to trigger him. This sounds abusive. Not the a-hole, dump him. It's always a red flag when your partner is mad when you don't want to have Smex. Okay, I get a partner being concerned if it's been like months or something, but if one person is like sick, tired, etc., and the other is mad they won't have Smex when they want it, major red flag. This person says, in quotes, being sarcastic, I know you're sick and feeling like right now, but I still want to use your body to get mine. And that's exactly what he's doing. She is a receptacle for his orgasm, and that's it. She says, no one decent would do this. Gamer Mom says, you're dealing with someone who doesn't respect you and your wishes, which means he doesn't love you. Break up with him immediately. Not the a-hole. Holy red flag, Batman. I wouldn't stay with someone who treated me like that. Sad Construction says, not the a-hole. This is a classic example of someone who likes what you do for them, but who doesn't like you. This is a systemic problem in the way we do relationships and marriages in our culture. And I don't know what's the best solution in your case, but I do know that if you developed a chronic disease, he'll drop you flat faster than you can blink. So, like I said, I know this is a month old. I just wanted to have this discussion to where we start this conversation. If a person doesn't respect you and doesn't want you to get better, doesn't care about your feelings, please don't be with them. Have some respect for yourself if he doesn't have any for you. Have a sense of self-preservation. Your health is more important than him getting an orgasm via your body. He can use his hand, a sock, or something. You deserve to have a healthy, you deserve to recover, period. You deserve to have some rest. You deserve to be able to say no without some begging little puppy man-child looking at you. Absolutely not. Join the conversation. Let me know what you think about this one. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. So this man is posting in the divorce subreddit. He has a rant or a vent. He says, we haven't had Smex in over 10 years. He says, my wife and I have just lost that spark. It took about 30 plus years, but it happened. It's all mixed up in health problems, change of life, different libidos, but the end result is that we're more like a brother and sister who sleep in the same bed with a pillow and a blanket barrier between us. We have discussed it rationally and argued over it, and it comes down to she doesn't want to anymore, and I have to live with it. We are both retired and living on SSI, and after 44 years, our incomes are so intertwined that for us to go our own way, we have one real asset, our home of 32 years, that is worth a hell of a lot more than when we bought it. If we sell the house and split the equity, and she takes her check and I take mine, it would be devastating. I know what I would do, get an RV and travel, but she is completely in our kids' and grandkids' lives. Our home is home base for the kids and grandkids. And no matter what happens, they can always come here for love and support. So, what do I do? Now, I will say that sometimes people have that sunk cost fallacy. Like, I've already put in this much time. I don't want to just break up now. And also, he's talking about health issues. He's talking about the money issues, and those are extra valid. But I'm sure that the kids and the grandkids will adjust. Obviously, having two different libidos is challenging because both answers need to be a yes in order for it to happen. But the lady, she's not feeling it, and we don't even know why, because he didn't say why the spark was lost, and it literally could just be because they've been together for such a long time. Used Philosopher says, you have one life, remember that, and make your decision based on that. Ty Tricky says, so true. This is what I tell myself at 47 and a marriage over. I'm terrified of the financial ramifications, but I could have another good 40 years on me. That's too many to be unhappy. Adept somewhere says, I'm 46 and I feel the same way, stuck in this marriage. This person says, message me if you want to talk. This person says, 48, going to try my best. So here's the OP Tugger case. At 67, do I have enough life left to make it worthwhile to upset the apple cart and bring my entire family into turmoil over my waning X drive? Paulin says, I would say no. Solomed says, if you live to 95, possibly. If you only lived at 85, that's 20 years. Is 20 years worth it? Only you can make that determination. New Birth says, please don't divorce. You are already separated emotionally and physically, it seems. So do what old people do. Live with a roommate, except that roommate is the person you trust and have lived with. You will gain nothing by divorcing, and many will lose a lot, and so will you through them. And Tugger says, okay, just for you. Arctic Rock says, I wouldn't do it. Too risky. You could have serious health problems in the not too distant future. Why not get an escort? Madtown says, we all actually have two lives. The second one starts when we realize we only have one. Okay, so Comprehensive Dog is the one that posted it on the BurbNBougie subreddit. And here's some of the comments from the subreddit. She says, this 67-year-old man wants to leave his wife because she doesn't want to have X anymore. He would buy an RV and travel while she's really attached to the grandkids. When will Find Out season start for this man? Will he have the abundant Smex life he dreams about after he ditched not only his wife, but his whole family? Will he be happy and healthy at 77, all on his own in his RV? The comments are really something else too. 4B Forever says, I can't stop thinking about how awful he must be to sleep next to if she's putting a pillow barrier. They must have extra rooms in the house. Why is she torturing herself by even sleeping next to him? I hope she gets her own room. Lady Athena says, when Christmas comes around and he's lonely. Gone Rogue says he knows he won't. According to him, he's fat and ugly. LOL, he knows he will be miserable and lonely without his wife and family. This person, Eats Some Sketty, says he's going to be really upset when he leaves and realizes no one wants a whiny old man. Comprehensive Dog says, I really think she'll get the better deal when he leaves her. She will be surrounded by her family and won't have to deal with an old man who's pestering her for Smex anymore. Plus, she won't have to take care of him when he gets sick. Because of some of these comments, I decided to go look at this man's profile. Y'all, this man is on a lot of these Reddit posts that are not safe for work. I clicked on some, these are some really pearl clutch worthy pictures. And yeah, just kind of look at this. This is not appropriate for a married granddaddy. Y'all, look at these. I'm not going to read all of this, but they're talking about what they look like and are you into this type of thing? Yeah, this granddaddy, he's still really trying to push it. But I'm gonna go back over here to the post with this man. Patient Weather says, get a girlfriend. You deserve to have Smex and she deserves not to. Move into a different room and get a girlfriend if you really can't imagine selling the house and losing the family hub. This is the OP. He says, that would be an alternative, but I am old and ugly and out of shape after several debilitating accidents. Oh, and I'm poor. Very, very poor. LOL. So he knows that I don't even know what this man is thinking or ranting about, because he knows that he doesn't stand a chance, and he doesn't stand a chance in Satan's pantry at this age with this type of body and this stuff going on. But I wanted to leave it at that. Let's see what Crystal Kelly, she says, what'll happen when his kids and grandkids found out he's out cheating on his wife with escorts? They'll abandon him, as they should, and he'll be even more lonely because of his own choices. Smex is nice, but it's a want, not a need. And when his wife finds out he cheated on her, she'll be devastated. So I'm not even sure that his wife would be devastated. She'll probably be relieved, like, oh, I don't have to have him moping around the house anymore. So I do want to know what you guys think about all of this. Is this man even realistic? I don't know. It has to be very, very challenging having a different libido than the person that you live with. Go ahead, join the conversation. Tell me what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. This next post was posted in the text subreddit. There are some triggering topics in here. There's stealthing. There's a mention of DV, so be prepared. So she titles this Bad Hookup, and she gives some screenshots. So in a part that is cut off, she says, do you have condoms or no? She's very plain with the question. He says, I have no condoms. I never use that ish, laughing my butt off. I don't even know how to put one on. That right there is enough of a red flag. But she proceeds to continue to talk to him. She says, oop, I can't have Smex without one. And he's like, no, what if I bought the pill for you? And she's like, I'm more worried about STDs. He says, I get checked every time I hit the docks, laughing my butt off, no joke. Why not? It's free. He says, all I have to do is piss in a cup and get my boss checked, and I'm chilling. She says, I just can't. I need there to be a condom. He says, okay, come over this time. She says, I can't if there's no protection. He says, I'm buying right now. She does this little smile emoji. He says, Wyatt's the word. or what's the word? I don't know. She says, please. And he says, see you soon. Let me shower real quick. Okay, so the part that you can't see was when she got there. She said, I parked. And he simply said, okay. Now, right here must have been after she ran out, once she figured out what he had done. He says, you know what's funny? I didn't even insert at all. And she said, it made me uncomfortable. I don't need to further explain how it made me feel. I removed myself from the situation. And he says, hey, listen, genuinely, I'm sorry I made you uncomfortable. That was not my intentions whatsoever. I was doing a little foreplay, but I didn't insert because I didn't know how you would feel. I'm sorry I made you feel that way. I apologize. I apologize. And she says, you're not going to gaslight me because you 100% did try, laughing my butt off. I'm not a dumb bee. I'm never going near you again, which should be a bless up for you too, because you'll be able to find someone that's more submissive than me. Best of luck. So right here, he says, I'm sorry I made you uncomfortable. That was not my intentions whatsoever. His intention were to be a liar. He knew that he was going to take this off. He absolutely knew that he planned on stealthing her. So that this right here is a lie, but that's what he is doing. This is what he wanted to get away with. And then he tried to act like this is he was actually respecting her feelings, and he's sitting up here apologizing. I'm glad that this woman didn't fall for it. But when we were back here and he was talking about, I don't even know how to put one on, I never used that. That right there should have been enough. But she continued on and she went over to his place. Here's her caption. A few weeks ago, I was hooking up with a guy and I told him to buy condoms beforehand because I like to practice safe Smex. We stopped for a bit in between and I had a bad feeling. He tried to be sneaky and before he tried to reinsert, but I saw the condom on the floor. I pushed that B word off me so fast, didn't even finish getting dressed before leaving. I was putting on my shirt outside. Thank God I caught on before he did. All right. So let's look at some of these comments. She is in the comment section. Panic Pixie Rising says, effing gross, ew, everything about him is gross, not knowing how to put a condom on, offering to bring you the pill, WTF, and then full on trying to commit stealthing, F no. And then the OP says, I honestly didn't even know that there was a term for what he did. I just felt so extremely violated. Okay, Panic Pixie Rising says, yeah, it's very violating. It's when they remove the condom before or during Smex without consent or their partner's knowledge. Very icky. So the thing is, if there was consent to safe Smex, but then the person takes off the condom, the man takes off the condom, consent has been removed because the woman consented with the condom, not without. That is the reason why this person, Grand Signature, says, isn't that also known as rape? You are only consenting because of the condom. The minute the guy removes the wrapper and does the deed without it, I've heard it's deemed as a case of rape. Can someone chime in? And that is absolutely what it is, because the consent was given in condition that there is this condom. And she was very specific about it. She did not vacillate. She was not unclear. She was quite clear. Imbra Jeff says, not sure where you are, but in England and Wales is considered legally as rape. Calligrapher Away says it's called stealthing. It's illegal and considered assault and rape in some states. You could at least use this as proof, OP. I really hope you do. At least try. If one less creep could get away with it, the world would be a better place. And then the OP says, I'm not going to. I'm already in the process of attempted unaliving charges with my ex. I just try to laugh and think maybe I'm really pretty and that's why men love to destroy me. And then Panic Pixie Rising is just doing like, what? What? She says, thank you. Seriously, the text I posted of my abuser is wild too. Men talk to me effing crazy. My abuser is the reason why I literally don't take ish from anyone. I've experienced enough with him. And so she said right here, she posted some more text messages. So then this is the same Redditor, and this is a post from 2 months ago. She says, my ex-abuser is trying to gaslight me. And in the comments, the caption says, I love seeing the growth of myself. I was so scared to do anything about my ex because of cocky responses like this about his committed acts of DV towards me. And now I get to see him charged with 5 different indictable charges. Thank you, universe. She probably has more posts, but I really didn't go exploring too much. She's in the blue. She says, like, I'm so embarrassed. I can't stop the police once there's an investigation. And he says, yeah, you can. LOL, WTF. You can drop charges at any time, even if you're in the midst of court. And she says, that's honestly if I want to, and I don't right now. He says, I don't care. I was just telling you that's wrong. I won't get charged with anything, so I'm not concerned. And she says, you don't know that. Then she posted this screenshot of the different offenses: simple assault, purposely knowingly causing bodily injury, harassment, contempt, and violating the DV order, harassment and communication in manner to cause alarm. So she posted this screenshot. Some of the comments under this one: I won't get charged with anything. Yeah, right. I'm proud of you for standing up to him and not taking his BS. And then the OP says, thank you. It's truly a long battle, but I'm choosing myself and not a narcissist anymore. And Available Long says, it's beyond being a narcissist. Plenty of those out there. It's criminal. Obviously, this woman is going through some things. Hopefully she just takes a step back and just lets all of this pass and heals and gets all this legal stuff together. I'm not going to go through all of this, but it was definitely interesting to see that she had posted more text, and it does look like she has more of a post history. But like I said, I'm not going to go through all of that today. Anyway, join the conversation. Let me know what you think. Let's keep talking about stealthing and lack of consent and active consent and all of that, so that women and girls know and understand that once the conditions change, consent has been pulled. We have got to keep talking about that. All right, like, comment, share. And for a bit of a palate cleanser, here's a little funny. This says, Steve couldn't understand why women were not responding to his text until he found a book that answered most of his questions. The book is called No One Wants to See Your D. So just in case you needed to know, there is a book out there that you can show a person, and it's called No One Wants to See Your D. And you can just let Steve know, or any Erics or Dereks or Brandons or Tylers or anybody, that there is a book that explains this. You can take this screenshot right here. I figured we would just throw in a meme to lighten this thread, because obviously this thread was oof. All right. Don't forget to like, comment, and share if you made it this far and you haven't yet subscribed. Go ahead and hit that follow button. All right. Peace.